Ladies and gentlemen, if I sound a little bit quieter, that's because I am on vacation, and that's okay. We're in the vacation house. If you thought a week was going to go by without an NFL pick'em contest later than usual, you have another thing coming. JBonez is here with a magnificent shirt, looking like the 1990s Attitude Era Rock, The Rock. You're about to smell what he's about to be cooking because we have got football games, 15 to be exact, to pick. And I think 15-1 is very much on the board. JBonez, what say you?
Well, two things. Number one, no days off. And
Never.
number two, I see the wainscoting back there. This podcast is doing some good things for you, huh?
Dude, I love this show so much. I love this podcast. I love talking football. I love talking football with you. And we've got to right the ship here. Now, it's only been what? 3 weeks. And we're 18-14. So we, even without knowing these teams, we have a winning record. And that's pretty good as far as I'm concerned. I mean, we know ball. So we've got some nuggets that we're going to talk about, but we're going to try to pick these 15 games. Obviously, Thursday night happened, and that was the Bills. The Bills. You sent that stat, and it was like something's got to give, and it wasn't the Bills, correct?
No, but even that, I really thought we were going to see a pick six at the end. We almost got it.
We almost got it.
It's just one of those, you're never in a good position if you're rooting for a pick six. But it felt like even if you had the Dolphins, you were still a little poop in the pants until victory formation from Josh Allen. I don't understand how we've entered an era of the Josh Allen love fest. I mean, in the playoffs, didn't have a ball go down the field 10 yards, and you would have thought he's the best quarterback ever on Friday.
Him and Tua, they both didn't have a pass completed.
Historically garbage passing game, and Josh Allen was. It wasn't a pressure thing. We're a month away from the weapons crying poor. Maybe Tyreek Hill to the Bills. Heard it here first.
Oh, in division. Well, JBon's been saying this for weeks and years, basically. Their third down defense is awful.
Can't get off the field. Can't get off the field. Even, McDermott knows. It's not a secret. That was his ticked off going into the halftime comment. We on third down.
Dolphins were 8-10. So, also, the Bills got a gift before halftime where Josh Allen fumbled the snap.
He sure
fumbled
did.
it. Didn't get his knee on the ground. Handed it to the ref. Don't show that to a Chiefs fan. So
you know what's going to happen?
What?
The Bills are going to prosper from that exact play in the playoffs. Justin Herbert's going to do the same thing. The Bills are going to get the ball and run it back, and there's going to be some game-shifting turnover right before the half.
Ref's going to jump backwards like,
yeah,
don't hand me the ball.
Put a TikTok camera on.
Mm-hmm.
We said it.
Clip it.
20th. Clip it.
Okay. Let's pull it up, dude. Let's pull this stuff up right now. Yes, right here. For those of you listening to the podcast, you can't see the screen, but we have got
just winners. There's winners on the screen.
Yeah. Just go ahead and pull over, write all these down while you're watching, and then put them in your whatever betting app you ever use. And then you just Sunday night, send us a little message. Say, hey, thanks for letting me go 15-0 on Sunday. Well, 14-0 on Sunday. So first
that's just against the spread, baby. We got more than just sides on here. So you're on 15-0. You're not listening. We got more winners than just 15.
Love that. How about Baker Mayfield week 1? Yeah, rushing yards. Tuck it away.
I got a Super Bowl prop for you coming up.
Already?
Yep.
Yes. All right. Unfortunately, we have to start this game at 1 o'clock, Fox, in the NFC South, where the Panthers have their first home game. They take on divisional rival, the Atlanta Falcons, who are 1-1. Big win against Minnesota, right? Get the Vikings off of primetime, please. And the Panthers are 0-2, looking worse than the Dolphins somehow. Panthers are plus 4.5 at home. This seems like the rule we were talking about before, favorites that are 4 points or more are 12-0 so far, correct?
Yeah, how about it?
Hmm.
So here's a question. This almost feels like good coaches have situations mapped out on Tuesday, so that when it hits them in the face on Sunday, they've already decided what it's 4th and 1, fourth quarter, 8 minutes left. Are we going? And you have it all planned. So are we just going to say now, ride the big favorites, or are we going to say regression to the mean?
I would say the latter because
Okay,
week 1 means nothing, right? You told us
yeah,
you told us
liar.
that. Week
Yep,
1's a
a lot of
liar.
1-on-1 on that board right now.
Remember the Saints started 4-0, best offensive football last year. Saw
Yep,
that
didn't
in it.
forget.
Can't
Yep.
forget. So, I think that would deter you away from big favorites this week, I think. But
Well,
I
so
think
I looked in the history. You see divisional matchups, you see divisional dogs, and you probably should just jump on it. We didn't jump on it Thursday. Could have been a winner. But the
mm,
Panthers and Falcons, despite the Panthers kind of being a disaster for a very long time, they actually either win outright, close, or the Falcons blow them out historically.
mm,
So looking at that, looking at where the biting public is slamming all their money into the Falcons. They finally came together. Oh my God, Darren Diablo is the greatest.
e
Panthers cover.
I agree. I'm not
Young
even
Wei
I'm not
Koo cut.
Is he gone?
Yep, there's a young
Oh,
hoe on the market.
wow. Carry Young, my young wayward son.
Yes.
Coons. Never mind. I agree. I think this is one of those ones where it's like the Panthers, that's gross. But I I've watched the Falcons play. They don't do anything spectacular. It's not like they're good either. Can they get off they can get after the quarterback a little bit better, but
If
I don't.
nothing else, at least that Thursday game was a departure from the primetime slate we've been seeing of just snoozers.
Yes, agreed.
Some drama, at least back and forth, some points.
Yeah, came down to the last, and we got to see Tua. We had a hilarious Tua moment, which was great.
I'm not hanging to for that interception at the end.
No, I don't.
He's
The ins
tiny. Don't draft a short quarterback. That doesn't happen. The guy was right in his
well,
face. Although, did you see the guy that intercepted it had said the film told them that's what was coming? It
mm,
made no sense. It was two targets on the short side of the field. Very, very poor design from Mike McDaniels, who
well,
is
yeah,
very good at designing plays. Didn't like that one. And
allegedly.
per the tape, he does it often. So, shout out to the Chiefs too, who apparently have been running the same 3 short yardage plays their entire Patrick Mahomes era, and the Eagles knew exactly what was coming. Be it the full house handed off to the up back stuff. You see the little Travis Kelsey in the flat real quick. You see a little rollout. They do the same thing every time. They've not reinvented the wheel whatsoever either. So credit to
No,
teams watching film and knowing what's coming before it even
well,
presents.
the full house backfield when Nolan Smith blew that play up.
Yeah,
That was a football play. That
they
got
knew
me
it was
all
coming.
hot and bothered. Hot and
Yeah.
bothered.
I haven't seen a
It's
team know a play was coming like that since the 2023 Michigan Wolverines.
Singer. Will Bijan go for 150 plus?
No,
No.
no, maybe in the air, not on the
Laterally,
ground.
lateral
No,
total yards covered.
yeah, he'll cover.
Total
No,
cover.
he's not a running back. He's a bigger feature in the passing game. I think when push comes to shove.
Yeah, they put Algier in there whenever they need some short yardage.
Yeah,
Okay, game number 2, Sunday, 1:00, Fox. This is disgusting, but everybody's darling, the Green Bay Packers at the Cleveland Browns, who are 0-2. Packers 2-0. Everybody's Super Bowl bet. Micah Parsons, Jordan Love, MVP, best quarterback in the NFC. Okay, yeah, right. Show me something. Packers, Jaden Reed is out. I saw Josh Jacobs was banged up. I'm not really sure to what degree. Could have been just a veteran thing, but and then you've got the Browns, Joe Flacco and crew. Defense formidable, I would say. Myles Garrett and crew. Offense could be ugly for Joe Flacco against this defensive just this defense in general. Quinshawn Judkins, I think, is going to be potentially dressing for this game. Is he?
I mean, it's kind of hard to believe, right?
Yeah,
He didn't he didn't have a mini camp. He didn't have a preseason. Does he know the playbook?
I don't know.
But here, if it's up the middle, Quinshawn can go in. Either run up the middle or pass block.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah, he eyes a bigger workload against the Packers' number 2 run defense.
What's that even
So
mean? I mean, he's on 0. He could go on victory formation and be the savior.
it could
That's an
be
increase in usage.
8.5 is the 8.5 is the spread. What do we think?
Well, the Packers kind of have a reputation at this point of get a lead early and try to run the ball and run the clock out. And I think
Yep.
that could be a problem with the Browns' run defense at home. They're also especially good covering tight ends. So that kind of takes 2 of Jordan Love's targets out. He lost another one to injury. Um, we saw last week the Ravens played the Browns, who love to run the ball, and yet they completely abandoned the run because the Browns
Mm.
defense was so staunch. So you
Derrick
said at the
Henry.
top, yeah, Derrick Henry scored a touchdown. I would have hit a bet. Um, you said at the top, everyone's darling.
Mm-hmm.
Are they peaking too early? Probably. I think that people are going to rush to slam money on the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think the defense is there. It's a touchdown league. Give me the Browns.
Love that. I'm feeling the same thing. For the life of me, I cannot understand why everybody's like Jordan Love's the best quarterback. I'm like, he is no different. And I think I say this every time I talk about it. I'm like, what has he shown me or anybody really? He throws a pretty ball. Great. What does he do when he's behind? We don't know. We don't know. First of all, he never plays. Secondly, we don't know what he does whenever they don't have that early lead. This is getting into Shanahan territory whenever the LaFleur, Shanahan style offenses that get on you early and then they just absolutely bury you.
I think in psychology, this right now, what you're doing is called projecting because you sound like you're
Potentially.
just saying the same Brock Purdy things that have triggered you for a couple of years.
Is it not the same thing?
It's the same exact thing.
It's the same
Spot
thing.
on.
Like Jordan Love has done what? What has he done?
If you want
I
to
mean,
prop in this one, Dontavian Wicks over 37.5 yards.
that's a good one.
He's a guy who, when he's on the field, they target. He just doesn't get on the field very often. But with Jalen Reed out, he's in.
There's
Dontavian Wicks
always
over.
and Jordan Love does like to throw it to the throw him. I just think this is a defense that can create turnovers. I mean, who have they played so far? They played the Lions, whose defense sucks, and then who'd they play last week? The Packers.
Commanders when that was
Oh yeah, it was the Thursday
ugly.
night game.
It was a short week, and that was an old team. I don't know. I don't understand how people are writing excuses for the Commanders.
This
We'll get to them later, but
this is the best defense Green Bay's played, and it's on the road.
yeah,
And this
yeah,
is one of those games week 2 where you're like, or week 3, you're like, oh, that's a weird score. Remember when the Packers lost to the Browns?
yeah. That's the NFL for you.
Yep.
Touchdown league.
Browns, Joe Flacco, signature win for Joe Flacco. And then everybody's gonna be like, oh my gosh, my power rankings. Shut up.
Oh, yeah, your power rankings. Don't tease me at a good time.
Next game, Sunday, 1 o'clock, CBS. Houston Texans 0-2 at the should be 2-0 Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, yeah.
Texans defense absolutely elite. Problems on their offensive line. CJ Stroud not looking like he used to, but I don't know if that's because of the offensive line and the lack of the running game because Nick Chubb looks like a scarecrow out there. No offense to Nick Chubb. Jacksonville Jaguars, complete meltdown on the sidelines, missed the 4th down conversion. Brian Thomas not looking like he used to. Trevor Lawrence being Trevor Lawrence, just, hey, this guy was supposed to be good. Is he? We don't know. The Texans, I've not seen anything from them offensively that makes me go, hey, they can go on the road and win. What do you think?
Tell me about this. Should be 2-0. Why should they be 2-0?
The Jags?
Yeah.
Brian Thomas had a 4th down pass caught that would have they could have run the clock out and ended the game. Instead, the Bengals get the ball back, go all the way down, score, game over. So
That's football.
that is
I
agreed.
think another divisional matchup. The Texans swept last year.
Mm,
They're 12-2 since 2018.
mm,
And a lot of the same reasons why the Browns get an interesting look, an opportunity to maybe go to 1-2 in a touchdown league. I like the Texans to go on the road and get a win against the Jags. I think the
mm,
Jags are kind of like high in people's minds. They see how flashy the offense looks. The Liam Cohen offense is, look at this.
mm-hmm.
Divisional matchups kind of change some things up. I like the Texans to finally get a W and a number in the win column.
Their defense is ridiculous. It's
Well, it's a damn shame they couldn't stop
the Bake Show.
old Baker Mayfield. I mean, that was painful as a guy sitting on a Texans money line parlay. I like to take both teams in two different parlays and then pick props to kind of script what would happen for them to win.
Mm.
So like you get action on both sides. Now I missed a touchdown for the Bucks. It was all in on Texans. They got the touchdown. They jump up. Let's go. And they just couldn't play to their strength.
Mm. Mm.
Get right Sunday. Let's go.
Well, I mean, this is it. This is a season on the line game for the Texans. You go to 0-3, you're dead. You're done.
Especially in the division. You give them a win, you're setting them party while the Colts are surging. Is it a must win? Are we must win territory? Can't lose. Must win.
Could be winner, you're dead. I think it's a winner, you're dead.
Loser leaves town.
Loser leaves town. Well, I don't know if the Jags can leave town yet.
You gotta go to London at some point.
Yeah. This is.
Wouldn't that be a cool segue if next week they play in London? Good stack guy. Can we get a Jag schedule here? No, they don't go to London until week 7.
Oh gosh, I don't know. When I see the London games, I'm like, damn it, football's winding down. So I don't like that.
That's how football's winding down.
I just get the feeling
halfway.
I know, but I'm like, oh my gosh, we're already playing overseas. It's terrible.
I love.
And I start thinking about the Super Bowl being overseas, and I get sad again. I'm like, this is dumb. Texans plus a half a point. That's crazy. Outright. Do it. Okay, next game, Sunday, 1:00 CBS. Stop me if you've heard this before. The 2-0 Bengals on the road in Minnesota. Minnesota's 1-1. JJ McCarthy's out. Carson Wentz in. Aaron Jones out. Jordan Mason in. Bengals, Joe Burrow out. Jake Browning in, Washington's finest. Vikings are favored by 2.5 at home. The Brian Flores defense blitz at all times versus the Bengals without Joe Burrow. I kind of think the Vikings offense is going to look better without JJ McCarthy.
Carson Wentz.
Yes.
Oh, you want a fun fact?
Let's hear it.
The last 2 times these 2 teams played, the score was 27-24 in overtime. Bengals won both. Bengals won both 2 years or one last year in a Jake Browning game where he was fired up yelling at the camera on the sidelines, yelling because the Vikings cut him. A little revenge spot for old Jake Browning. So we have a revenge of a revenge spot. Vikings get after Jake Browning and don't let him get cocky again in their house this time. Cover the number.
I agree. I don't want to pick the Vikings, but I think it would just be so hilarious if the Vikings offense goes out there and puts up 35 points. I just think that would be funny.
Good old-fashioned QB con, because some say this injury, this could be a dead arm MLB type, Phantom IL stint just to give him some rest. This is old LeBron. Just some rest.
Load management.
Justin Jefferson's getting pissed at his fantasy numbers, so he says he needs someone with a big arm.
Yes. The funniest thing for Vikings and Vikings fans would be Carson Wentz goes out there and throws for 350 yards, and Justin Jefferson has 150 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. The first text you send to your Vikings fan is QB controversy. I mean, is JJ McCarthy the guy? That would be the first question on First Take. Did the Vikings make the right choice drafting JJ McCarthy?
Despite me going on the record calling JJ the NFL's arch banning, despite that, I hope he's out just long enough to give us a Carson Wentz versus Jalen Hurts matchup in about a month.
Oh my gosh.
Just
We need that.
yes, yes.
Also, it would be funny if the Bengals went out there and smoked the Vikings, and then we could also do the same exact thing for the Bengals and Jake Browning. QB
Right
controversy.
now, the roulette wheel has a string of orange. Okay. If the Bengals find a way to win tomorrow, double your bet on whoever they're not going to. You've got a money making mechanism here. Fade the Bengals for the next month. If you lose, just double it, and you're going to win a ton of money because there's no chance the Bengals are going to be 6-0.
No.
0.
But AFC North leading division or AFC North leading Cincinnati Bengals. People forget the Ravens are 1-1.
Yeah, well, the Steelers have played that part in September for a couple of years. The Ravens started out 0-2 last year, so the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Vikings cover. Big game for Wentz. Next game, Steelers, 1:00 CBS. Steelers 1-1 at the New England Patriots 1-1. Patriots 1.5-point underdogs at home. Dust off your 2007 VHS tape for this rivalry, my friend, because people are going crazy. Can Aaron Rodgers get it done? Does this rivalry still have the greatest feeling outside of division? So on and so forth. All the AFC, Ben Roethlisberger, Brady. Now we've got new regime. We've got the old Drake May versus Aaron Rodgers matchup. Everybody, just like everybody drew it up 10 years ago. The Steelers defense reeling because they're giving up points left and right, even though they are paid handsomely. And then the Patriots coming off a big Drake May game. What do we think we're going to get out of this game?
There's a big return happening, and his name is Christian Gonzalez. He's back after a couple weeks of injury.
Love
He's
that.
back. DK Metcalf is about to be put in shackles. Aaron Rodgers' depth of target's already low. He's not getting the ball down the field. He has basically a one-trick pony, DK Metcalf. Patriots shut him down. You could turn maybe to Jalen Warren in the passing game. We saw last week, Devin A-Chain. He went 10 targets, 92 yards, a touchdown. So Jalen Warren's been used a lot more in the passing game the last 2 weeks. Potential spot to hit the over. It was 22 yards a week, 88 yards last week. I just don't understand how the defense for the Steelers is the most expensive in football, yet they're, giving up
30 points a game.
6.5 yards per play, touchdowns. Mind you, go back one game. Brian Flores was in the building. He was an analyst or assistant, yada, yada, yada. They said, no, we're going to Terrell Austin. Terrell Austin. What the hell has he ever done? Brian Flores, his little rehab tour paused in Pittsburgh before he finally got a DC job in the Vikings. And, they have an elite defense now. So shout out to Mike Tomlin for making that mistake. I think swan song, is that what you say when a guy's about to be relieved of his duties?
Yeah, I think it's Swan Song. No,
Yeah,
Last Hurrah, maybe.
it's definitely his last hurrah. But
Yeah,
the all Steelers over 500 Mike Tomlin streaks on life
Wait,
support.
is this the game after the coordinator loses his job and he's like, I'm taking over the play call?
We're there. Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah, Drake May looks
Week
great
3
too,
and we're already taking the play calling duties.
Yeah.
Everybody knows when the coach does that, they know they're in trouble. That's what I do to my son. Give me that, dude. Let me show you how to do. Give me that. Watch him try to put his Capri Sun straw in for like 10 minutes. But give me that. Let me show you how to do this. Now shove it right through the back of the Capri Sun. And then it doesn't suck properly because the air. It's a joke.
It's pretty wild that Capri Sun has continued to use the same format decade after decade. I mean, like
it's a pouch that you can't squeeze. Like you can't squeeze that pouch. It goes everywhere.
There's a way you gotta just get the right grip on it.
Oh my gosh.
Real dudes out there know that grip.
That's right. Patriots plus 1.5. Game of the day. Game of the 1:00 slate at least.
I don't even get
Divisional.
this. I have to watch the Browns in Pittsburgh. Yeah. But
Oh my gosh. You're gonna have to figure out a way. You got to figure out a
no,
way around that.
I got a VPN. We're good.
I was gonna say, I need to get you we need a Millie Goats corporate account where we can all have access to the Sunday ticket. I do have the Sunday ticket, and I actually bought it through our Millie Goats thing on accident because I didn't realize I was signed in there. So now it is on our Millie Goats account.
For the brand.
It's on there. 1:00. Your Eagles 2-0 at home, taking on Matt Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. Divisional game rematch where a little bit of revenge, snow game. Matt Stafford had him in scoring position, couldn't get it done. The Eagles beat him, sent him home. I don't like Matt Stafford, the football player. I also don't like how every time I type in Matt Stafford in Google, it makes me correct it to Matthew Stafford, which, come on, guy. That's a little bit much. But the Rams, 2-0. Not really sure. Their defense, young defense, is good. The Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams show is quite potent, if you will. But the Eagles, man, they just find ways to win games. Find ways. That's all that matters. They're almost like the Chiefs of last year, whatever. It was like, it doesn't matter what it looks like. We're the better team. We just win the game. We don't need 300 passing yards. Saquon needs to run, and Saquon needs to run. So Eagles -3.5 at home. What do you think? Come on now. Give it to us.
Well, listen, this is the most notes I have here, so we're going to freestyle for a minute. Here's the thing. There's offense down across the board in this league. We started the show with Josh Allen. People were loving him. He's the greatest quarterback ever, despite he can't get the ball.
1.2 yards per attempt.
Everyone's offense is in kind of a gutter right now. You're not supposed to get hot at the beginning of the season, despite what the Packers will tell you. It's a process. You want to get peak football at the end, and that's the same path that Nick Sirianni is trying to make sure the Eagles stay on the entire season. The Rams are going to head into this thing playing right against the Eagles' deficiency. They're going to use Line 12 personnel. You look at the year-to-date stats. Devontae Adams has 21 targets. Puka Nacua has 20 targets. 2 receivers. All right, we got a Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell to take care of those 2. After that, Kyron Williams, 4 targets. Tyler Higbee, 4 targets. Davis Allen, 4 targets. Running backs and tight ends. They don't have a third receiver. Jordan Whittington, 2. Big deal. So if the Rams are going to come out and not force the Eagles to bring that third corner, who's been a bit of a liability the first 2 weeks, on the field,
Adoree Jackson.
Great. Vic Fangio is going to do his thing and get after him because the pass rush is elite again, despite what the announcers are going to tell you, because a couple guys have new teams this year from the Super Bowl team. They've got young talent. They've got guys like Uche. They've got the rookie Jahad Campbell. They're getting after the quarterback. They're awesome. Now, that being said, it does clean up their goal line process for the Rams because it's a lot easier to throw when you have a bigger formation. You have the tight ends and running backs in there. So that's kind of playing to the Matt Stafford's benefit. He is under center at his highest rate in his entire career. 65% of dropbacks under center. It's highest in the league. The average is 30. Matt Stafford's previous career high was 47. They're doing motion on 71% of play action. 76% of them follows with play action. They have all these things that are working right now. But again, if you know football, regression to the mean, all these things are going to start to come back down to the average to show you who the Rams are. Here's the kicker in all of this. At the LA Rams PR, the balls on this intern, goes out and tweets, the Rams are 6-0 and have not allowed a rushing touchdown in their last 6 road games. The 1968 Cowboys are the only team in the last century with a longer okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah, okay. But playoffs matter, buddy. And Saquon Barkley ran up and down that field multiple times into the end zone against the Rams in the playoffs when it actually mattered. Additionally, everyone's worried about A.J. Brown, ideal team player. You got to stop talking about him requesting a trade or getting out because his cap position right now, his dead cap if they trade A.J. Brown, they're going to have to release Saquon Barkley. They're going to have to release some offensive linemen, get rid of some players on defense because the dead cap's going to be $90 million this year. $90 million. You can't get rid of him. He's there. He's part of the team. When they went to LA last year, he had 6 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown. You're going to have a breakout game from A.J. Brown tomorrow. Meanwhile, final point, the tush push has been in the news this week. So everyone's crying, they're a false start.
Neutral zone.
You're in the wrong direction because the Chiefs are all lined up in the neutral zone also. So, okay, you want to fix and clean up put some space between them, and then you're going to go right back to tush push 1.0, where it was automatic regardless. Now everything's so consolidated, look like a rugby scrum that people are starting to call it false starts, neutral zone, blah 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 blah. Jordan Mailata was on his radio show this week that for the first time, someone on the record says not only are doing this, but the defense is trying to match the cadence of the quarterback, which is technically a delay of game penalty. They try to tell the referees, hey, they're chirping, they're trying to get us a false start. That's illegal. The NFL has said we should have called a false start, high attention on the tush push, high attention on this. If you watched America's Game the night before opening night, a little documentary about the Eagles season last year, the key to Nick Sirianni is his attention to detail. He tells his players, hold the ball till you get to the letters in the end zone so you don't see the Deshaun Jackson fumbles at the beginning. You know, what side of the field you're lining up, pull the ball in this hand. He's so keyed in on attention to detail. All this tush push news, he's going to have those boys hyper focused on it. You won't see any penalties from there, and they're going to get it right. They may even put some wrinkles into it to get it even more ahead. Just win, baby. The Eagles, go look at their schedule. It's a nightmare. They play all these teams that are coming into this with their Super Bowl. Go look at the Rams Twitter. You might as well think that this is the Super Bowl tomorrow. It's the biggest game ever for them. Just another day at the sun at the link tomorrow. Eagles win. 1 o'clock game, 10 o'clock for LA time too. That.
Terrible idea for that intern or whoever it was to put a 6-0. Terrible. They were going to run the tush push so hard.
I need out. I need out after that one. Bring in the other guy.
I'm gonna love her even harder. Oh, in The Office, they're gonna Michael Scott him so bad that Pam's mom.
Oh,
I'm gonna run the tush push so hard right now. I'm gonna run it so much harder. I agree. I want the Rams to lose, by the way. So
well,
I'm not going to rebuttal.
Yep.
I'm not going to rebuttal that, but Matt Stafford is going to look so old tomorrow whenever the Eagles are just throwing that offensive line under the bus. It's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be bad. So I don't know. Okay. JETS Jets. The Tyrod is this is Tyrod Taylor game, right?
What?
Isn't Justin Fields out? Pretty sure.
Change everything. It's always tough. You don't come back because Josh that fast, I guess, right?
So Justin Fields.
Yeah.
They're without two more starters on top of Justin Fields. And I'm pretty sure this is the Tyrod Taylor game.
Remember when he was Tyrod for a minute?
Yes. So the Jets 0-2 plus 6.5 dog, set plus 6.5 point dogs going to Tampa Bay. Buccaneers haven't really blown people out, so to speak. And people are going to see that Tyrod Taylor probably runs this offense way better than Justin Fields, potentially, from a throwing perspective. So we're going to see. I have no idea what to expect out of the Jets, but I think the Buccaneers have been simmering on, we played 2 tough road games, and I think they absolutely mollywop the Jets here. What do you think?
You know the Jets won 8 straight matchups against the Buccaneers for a stretch. Fun fact. The Bucs have won the last 2. I don't know. This feels like you're taking the Jets hoping for a backdoor situation. It's a precarious position. At the end of the day, spreads don't matter, right? We saw one matter on Thursday, so it may matter even less on Sunday. Bucs. 24-17. Done.
Yeah.
Win.
I don't think it's much of a. I just think the Buccaneers have been playing. They played the Texans, and then they played the Falcons on the road. So they had a tough divisional game to open. Then they have a tough defense that they played. Now they get to come home for their home opener. I think they're just gonna air raid the Jets, and it's gonna get out of hand early.
The Jets looked pretty miserable last week.
Yeah.
Even before Justin Fields got hurt. I mean, is what it is.
Okay. Sunday, 1 o'clock. America's darling Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones, takes his 2-0 Colts on the road in the division, AFC South battle against Cam Ward, the Tennessee Titans, and that idiot Callahan for a coach. I think this is the Titans. No, maybe not their home opener, but Titans are plus 3.5 at home. Colts running the dad blame ball, RTDB. Can the magic last? Can the Daniel? Is this going to be the game where we look back and be like, "There's the old Daniel Jones. There he is throwing 2 picks in a game when he doesn't need to be." You don't think so?
No,
Elaborate.
for two reasons. We already said it. The Titans coach is an idiot.
Idiot,
Number two,
moron.
Titans have lost their last 9 home games against the spread. Okay, like they don't even get a home field advantage anymore. Like they just whatever. The Colts are gonna fall back down to earth, but it ain't gonna happen on Sunday. This is our Colts. This is our team.
We love them. Oh, Nate Dogg's here. He says game of the week is Bears Cowboys.
Oh, Matt Eberflus revenge game, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Demo says he's got every game right over here, right up the street. There you go, dude.
There we go.
Colts 3.5. Bingo. Last 1:00 game on Fox. 1-1. The Raiders. Geno Smith coming off an epic performance.
Yeah, that's right.
At the Commanders, 1-1, who got throttled basically by the Green Bay Packers. Jaden Daniels out. Marcus Mariota in. Will the Raiders actually give the football to their number 1 draft pick? Or will they keep throwing in Zamir White and keep throwing in that other dude? I can't remember his name. But it's pretty hard for them to give Ashton GT the ball when Geno is throwing picks every 5 seconds because they get behind and they then have to throw. So the Commanders, everybody's banking on the fact that they have some elite roster, making them a 3.5-point home favorite with Marcus Mariota at the helm. This team probably looks a lot different without Jaden Daniels, I would imagine. So much so that I don't know that they're a 3.5-point favorite. I think the Chargers are freaking good, and I think we can't judge what the Raiders did against the Chargers and bring that over to what the Commanders game might have. I for whatever reason, I'm thinking Raiders plus 3.5. What do you think?
You got so close, you didn't say the big matchup in this game. In one corner, Marcus Mariota. In the other corner, Chip Kelly. Dream about this stuff. Listen, Marcus Mariota, you think journeyman? Failure, bust, bad words. Last season, 9.4 yards per attempt. He completed 77% of his passes through 4 touchdowns, and he had a rushing touchdown. Granted, some of that included games against the Cowboys, against the Panthers. Geno, ugly loss. We said right here, I was like, oh, Geno at home in a dome. He's got these great splits on a dome. I guess we should have seen that coming. What's interesting about the Raiders is their usage of 11 personnel in the first half, and they go away from it over 12 personnel in the second half. And I said in the very first week, it seemed like the preseason, he was like, because he's bluffing a little bit with how much 11 they were using, and they're still using it and not using it well. The Commanders just so happen to have the number 1 defensive football against 11 personnel. So what it's going to come down to is, do you take the Raiders and just hope that they make these changes and they, get more Gentry involvement, they get away from a personnel package that isn't quite working? Washington's defense getting pressure. When Geno sees pressure, his splits become very problematic. He's 9 for 21 with 7 sacks. So in order to take the Raiders, we have to say they're going to change up the plays that they're calling. Geno's not going to be a spaz when he's pressured, and the guy they drafted in the first round is finally going to look like a first-round pick. All those reasons, Commanders at home.
Fair point. Also, did you see the 4th down where he threw it out of bounds?
Hey, man. He hit the wrong button.
He threw
His
it away.
internet cut out. My internet cut out. I don't know what happened to that play.
He threw it out of bounds, and everybody just kind of around the sideline like that Mel Gibson, or that is it Mel Gibson? No, not Mel Gibson. It was John Travolta. The John Travolta gif where he walks in the room and he just kind of looks around like, "What are you doing, dude?" Commanders. All right, 4:00 slate. First game up Sunday, 4:05 CBS. Bo Nix, Sean Payton, and the Broncos heading to the 2-0 San Diego slash that striker from the right. I was going to say Superchargers. That was a nod to Chris Berman. Los Angeles Chargers. Harbaugh's got the boys rolling. Herbert State, Madison Beers. Beers for the boys. The Broncos have looked shoddy at best. Everybody's darling to make the Super Bowl and to win the West. Right now, it's looking like the Chargers. So, Bolts. Those of you can't see, he's got a Los Angeles Chargers insignia on a very nice Charger blue, powder blue shirt.
Yeah, no big deal. I'm in a Madden league with a couple other gentlemen, and I had to go to the LA Chargers, and I was able to grab that on eBay for $20. So I'm a big Chargers guy at heart.
Love it. Get them a Super Bowl. They've never had one.
I know this could be the year. All right, Daniel Jones. He played the Broncos, aired it out. Colts had success running. Daniel Jones, number 8 in play action usage. Guess what? Justin Herbert's number 3. I think there's a lot of similar things that bit the Broncos against the Colts that the Chargers do well. The only issue is the Chargers have a running problem too. You talked Texans earlier. Chargers' best rushers are quarterback, and that is not where you want to be.
It's a problem in the AFC West.
It's a problem in the AFC West. And the other layer to this is when you finally get that lead and you're trying to close it out the same way the Packers do. Well, now Justin Herbert has to throw more, and we know about his interception issue.
Well, did you see him slide at the end of the game the other day? He almost hurt himself. They called a design quarterback run. He goes and slides and gets his heel stuck in the ground.
I missed that part. I saw the slide. You guys, you're like, geez.
Yeah. He gets up wincing, and I'm like, holy, you can't run the football to end the game? You got to be kidding me. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. You're good.
But
divisional matchup. You feel like it's going to be close. What is it? 2.5?
2.5. Chargers
feels like a rat line. Feels like they're trying to get you to take the Chargers so they can win by field goal and you feel good. But I think maybe they win by field goal, but it's a 22-20 game when they kick the field goal situation. So a win and not cover situation. I know the line doesn't matter, but divisional games they're close.
I haven't seen anything from the Broncos that makes me think, because the Chargers defense is good, dude. Minner's got those guys flying around. And Bo Nix everybody's all hot and bothered about Bo Nix, and I'm like, dude, he might have played well last week, but I've never been blown away by Bo Nix. Bo Nix loses the big game. This is a big game. Big game, Bo.
Justin Herbert throws interceptions in the playoff games.
Then we've got it. Something's got it. This is the Bills and Thursday Night Football all over again. Where are we at? We like the Chargers or we like the Broncos?
Chargers.
I
think Jesse Minter's going to be the first next year head coaching candidate that starts getting discussed.
Yep, agreed. Well, we got somebody's offense is going to start popping off, and then it'll be we'll get those going. Okay, Saints or Sunday 4:05 on CBS. New Orleans Saints, Spencer Rattler and the gang, and that whatever you want to call that team, whatever they've compiled down there, where the Superdome was half 49ers fans last week.
Which I told you never a doubt, by the way.
Yes.
I said never a doubt.
I remember. I wasn't worried. We were going to pick the Niners, no doubt. And then the Saints go to Seattle after the Seattle Seahawks throttle the Steelers at home because of Caleb Johnson, biggest momentum shift, not knowing the rules of football. Hilarious. Shout out Iowa for putting up 37 points when I picked Rutgers last night. Thanks a lot. Unbelievable. Anyways, Sam Darnold and the gang. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I think, popped up on the injury report. Did he not? I'm pretty sure. Late. Happened today. Questionable. He's now questionable for the Saints game.
So week 1, I did a Buckeye parlay. The Garrett Wilson. I took Emeka Ibuka. I took Marvelous Marvin and JSN to score touchdowns. First 3 all hit at 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh, JSN's got this. Despite having hundreds of yards and all the usage you could want from between the 20s, something happens and they don't throw him touchdowns. And I was like, well, just like the Bengals aren't going to win every game, just keep hammering it. I really thought this was a hammer JSN touchdown situation, but now I don't know. But now I'm not going to take it. And he's going to get it.
Mm. That's a big
Oh,
miss.
dude.
If JSN does not play, that's
They
significant.
move the ball with him.
Yes, that is significant if he does not play because I don't know who else they throw it to.
My note that I put down right here is the Saints are going to kill your teaser. Maybe not though. JSN's out. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Seahawks defense is no joke. I will say that they are.
And
This
it's
could be
in
a game.
Seattle.
Yeah, this could be a game where Seattle makes Spencer Rattler throw.
Yeah, just take Seattle.
Yeah, I would take Seattle. Seattle's defensive. They had 2 picks against Brock Purdy. I don't know what they had against last week against Aaron Rodgers, but
It's an illness. He's fine.
okay, yeah,
This
he'll
is
be
like
fine.
one of those they force him to put on the injury report. He's fine. Everyone calm down. JSN ain't getting a touchdown tomorrow.
Let's see. Okay, so yes, the Steelers threw 2 interceptions. So the Seahawks have created 4 or 5 turnovers in the first 2 games. This could be a situation where Spencer Rattler is turning the football over quite a bit. So Seahawks minus 7.5. Okay. Cowboys. Or Sunday, 425, America's quote unquote game of the week.
No. Is that really?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the 425 Fox game.
Oh my god! How come we can't flex the Eagles into that?
Why can't we get the Can we get the Cowboys and the Vikings off the TV for goodness sakes? I don't want to watch them play the Giants. I don't care. Russ versus Dak means nothing.
This
The
is 2 weeks
Cowboys.
in a row where the Eagles had a very clear like slot on the schedule. Like last Sunday night's game stunk. It should have been the Super Bowl rematch, and now this should have been the game of the week on Fox. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't. It's there it is again. You know, Cowboys, America's. Get out of here, dude. So Cowboys 1-1 at the Chicago Bears. The Cowboys defense is awful. Their only hope is if Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and George Pickens, amass 500 yards of offense. The Bears can give that up, as we saw last week against the Lions. So the real question is, can Caleb Williams do what Russell Wilson did and put up, 450 yards through the air? Now, the caveat to that is if he does that, I won't be able to watch it because I'm going to have to listen to everybody's, oh, Caleb Williams, here he is, his breakout game. Shut up. We're not going to use this as the measuring stick. So, Cowboys at Bears. Bears are favored by half a point. I have no idea what to do with this. I kind of want the Cowboys to win just so we can keep laughing at the Bears. Just because.
We got Matt Eberflus revenge game. Was he the martyr?
Was he building it all to this? To expose Caleb Williams once and for all?
I think the other, all right, so like the savvy person, like the person like he's too smart, goes, oh, the Cowboys and the Giants both played those games that were like overtime all the way through, extra plays, fast forward, rest advantage. Give it to the Bears. However, I think you're outsmarting yourself there, and it's probably not going to be a problem. You want to go next level? Let's look at the referee, Clay Martin. Cowboys, when they're playing on the road, and Clay Martin is the referee, are 5-0 straight up 4-1 against the spread. The Cowboys also currently rank number 1 in automatic first down penalties, with their 2 wide receivers being co-ranked at number 1 for getting the offensive or the defensive pass interference. So your X's and O's take you so far. I think this is a referee situation where Merrick's team pulls out the win, and people are still scratching their head going, is Caleb Williams not the answer in Chicago?
Oh, gosh, I would. Nothing would make me happier than if he threw a pick to end the game and Matt Eberflus designed up just a defense that just similar to the Tua situation where it just confuses the sugar honey iced tea out of him and just.
He's going to know how to confuse him. I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be like a Cowboys get touchback and then a first down, and you're in Brandon Aubrey territory, and then rinse repeat, and you walk out with like a 16-10 game.
Trust the Bears, says Nate. Don't. No, we're not trusting the Bears. We can't. They've given us no reason to trust the Bears. No offense, with all due respect, Nate.
It's like
Can't.
trusting a stripper girlfriend who's going on a girls trip.
America's real game of the week, Sunday, 425. The 2-0 Cardinals. Is this the only 2-0 matchup? 2-0 versus 2-0?
Something's got to give.
Oh no, it's the Eagles and the Rams. They're
Rams,
2-0 as well.
Yeah, the real game of the day, but good track.
Sunday, 425, Fox. Cardinals. Kyler Murray and crew. Jonathan Gannon. 2-0 at the San Francisco 49ers. My San Francisco 49ers. I don't have my hat on, but I should. 2-0 there. Mac Jones in the game. Brock Purdy float him out there for a decoy. Traditionally, the 49ers suck against Kyler Murray and his mobility, and it drives me up the freaking wall. However,
pause.
Okay.
Kyler Murray against Robert Saleh, because
That's
he's played them
exactly what I was
both,
about to
and
say.
Brandon the Jets. 5 games, 57 yards, 4 touchdowns. So he's running currently his highest rate for his career. So we want to prop him there. I didn't even pick a side in this because I'm like, Adam's going to tell us who we're taking, and I'm going to live with it. But just to take a couple notes on the game, Kyler Murray rushing, touchdowns, bang, bang, bang. That's my input. Take it away.
I agree with that. They always cook the 40. Kyler always cooks the 49ers through the ground. I say this is my least favorite matchup because it's always like, oh, it's the Cardinals. But I honestly think the defense that Michael Williams that the 49ers have and D. Winters filling in for Dre Greenlaw. D. Winters is a freaking – you want to watch a guy play football. You want a linebacker that looks just like a rabid dog. D. Winters is that guy. He is so much fun to watch. I love the nickel corner that we drafted, Upton Stout. I think the 49ers get back to – and I think the Cardinals have quite a few injuries out. So I think the 49ers, this is a – yeah, we saw what Mac Jones could do against the Saints, but I don't think it's going to be that easy against the Cardinals. And I think they run the football. Hopefully, we got Eddie Pinheiro there. So I think the 49ers win by at least a touchdown in this game. Now, I'm not against picking the Niners. If
you did pick the Niners,
I'm going to pick the Niners.
You're not against picking the Niners?
I'm not against picking them to lose or picking the other team. Not in this situation though. There are times where I'll be like, "There's no chance." But
you read the papers.
I'm telling you, dude. I think the 49ers win. I think they get to 3-0. I think the Cardinals are. I think they're battling with too many injuries. I don't know what the Cardinals do well. Do they run the football well? Not really. But I think the 49ers defense was solid back at the helm is something to be excited about from my perspective. So, any other thoughts on this game?
I will be putting Kyler Murray in a parlay.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not. Hey, I told you right off the get-go, the 49ers suck against mobile quarterbacks, especially Kyler Murray. He runs all over them all the time. All the time.
All I want tomorrow is to see Brett send a ticket that he wants some money on Kyler Murray's rushing.
I would love that. Stanley Krupinski says Quentin Johnston or Michael Pittman.
No.
Yeah,
Johnson finds touchdowns. It's like he's just automatic now.
Well, Jim Harbaugh is a coach who, when you doubt a player, he wants to make it a point to make sure that player, if he has any say in it, is not doubted anymore. And he will to his grave. He's still doing it with J.J. McCarthy. That's how J.J. McCarthy got drafted. Everybody's like, that guy stinks. No, Jim Harbaugh said he's a great player. Okay, so let's draft him 7th overall or whatever it was. Look how that's working out. He's got an quote-unquote ankle injury. Sure he does.
I don't want my quarterback meditating under the goalpost before a game. That's kind of a hard stop. I don't want to do that. I don't want him crying in the stands to his mother when he loses the game. Like the signs are there, people. Just wake up.
Agreed. Sunday night, dust off your Carrie Underwoods. Sunday night NBC, Chris Collinsworth, old Marvel Mouth Collinsworth, The 0-2 Chiefs. That's hilarious to say. At the New York Football Giants. The New York Football Giants are plus 5.5. Chiefs are favored on the road. Giants are 0-2. Heartbreaker to Dallas. Kansas City Chiefs are. This is a literal must win. If they lose this game, it's over. It's over. The dynasty is dead. The Chiefs are going to be without Xavier Worthy, so he's not playing. The Patrick Mahomes is their leading rusher. The Chiefs aren't getting any pass rush without having to blitz. The Giants throw it all over the yard. They have Malik Neighbors. They got Wan'Dale Robinson. They got Scattaboo. Here's what I said the other day. Call me crazy, but this is a horrible, horrible matchup for the Kansas City Chiefs because the New York Giants have one of the best defensive fronts in football. And if you get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, things can unravel in a hurry for them. And we saw through the Chargers, you can throw against the Chiefs if you want to. What do the Giants do really well? Well, we saw it last week. They can throw the football. Are we crazy to take the Giants plus 5.5?
I think the Giants probably get a little bit of excitement by bettors because of how they performed in Dallas last week on a national game. And maybe, again, regression. I mean, there's this weird dynamic going on with Dable. Is he going to get fired while he's being forced to play Russell when Jackson Dart's kind of just sitting there? Side note, put the TikTok camera on for this one. Here's your prediction. We got primetime NFL. In the city that never sleeps, the bright lights of New York City. And who's playing? Travis Kelce and the Chiefs. Conventional thought, Taylor Swift. Got an album coming out in a few weeks, a little promotional tour. Puts her face out there. Hey, she got an album coming out. But not only that, we're happy to announce Taylor Swift Super Bowl halftime show. Oh my God, Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Chiefs need this win. The Chiefs are in such a crazy position. People are going to freak out about 0-2, but look at their schedule. It gets easier. They're going to get Rashid Rice back. They're going to get Xavier Worthy back. Chiefs are going to have 10 or 11 wins at the end of the season and be in a position where people start choking again because it's the Chiefs in the playoffs. And we're going to get back to the final rubber match, Game 3, Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl, the one everyone wants is going to hate at the same time.
Yeah.
There's your 19-week storybook ending for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes dies on the field and Travis Kelce retires.
Let me. Is this part of the script to go 0-3? Because no team has ever done it. Has any team ever gone from 0-3 to the Super Bowl? I mean, they already made an ESPN special about them. So I really want to take the Giants plus 5.5. Is that my gut or is that my brain? I don't think I'm not enamored by what the Giants did last week. I'm enamored by the Chiefs when you get pressure on Patrick Mahomes not having to blitz is not good. It's not good. And you can throw against him. And I'm sitting here thinking, this is not a good matchup for the Chiefs.
What I say earlier, the Chiefs are just playing the hits still. They don't really do anything new. And if one team could pick up on some trends, why can't another team? Take the Giants.
Take the Giants?
Yes.
Let's do it.
But if I send you a betting slip where I win Chiefs Ravens money line parlay with some touchdowns in there, be like, we took the Giants. I'm like, yeah, but Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs might win. I don't know, dude. I think it's just me wanting to be like, I want the Giants so bad to win this game. And I don't like that. What are the numbers? Like, what is the smart play? Is it the Chiefs? Let's be smart.
I mean, I'm trying at the beginning. That's what I said at the beginning. What are we doing with this information? The teams over 4 points win.
Giants plus 5.5.
The Giants can't get out of their own way kind of team, though.
Yeah. I don't think they'll win. They don't have to win.
They'll have to win. There it is.
I'm not saying we're not saying they're going to win. We're just saying
Butker blasts one into the night to walk off a winner, and the Chiefs are in the win column.
When's the last time the Chiefs won big?
They're
be
not.
honest.
No, you're right. Giants are going to take a lead. Giants are going to be up. What do we think? Give me the numbers.
Oh,
28-27. They're going to be up 28-27 with 1 minute and 12 seconds left. Mahomes is going to hit Kelsey on a little seam route, get a timeout. Then they're going to do a ring around the rosy screen to Pacheco, who's going to break a tackle, get across midfield, and then they're going to center the ball. And Butker is going to got Dicker and a Butker in the same division.
whoa.
Dicker, I wouldn't even kiss her. There you go. Line's going to matter.
Yep. Okay. Monday Night Football. 8:15 ABC, ESPN. A rematch from last year. Lions 1-1. Everybody says they got the ship right. They put up a 50 burger on the Bears. Jared Goff's slinging it to everybody on the field, on the team. Defense is back. Lions have their grit back. Baltimore Ravens, they run it up on the Browns, get Lamar Jackson's MVP numbers for no reason. Derrick Henry not in the equation. They still get the win. Ravens -5.5 against the Lions at home. And if you don't know how well Lamar Jackson and the Ravens play against the NFC, go look it up.
As long as it's not the Eagles.
Facts. But I feel
It's easy. I'm glad this one's the last game. Wait, this is our dessert. This is a big old piece of cake, Ravens. They played in 2023. Ravens won 38-6. It's up and down the field. If you need any more to know besides the fact that Lamar owns the NFC, and they owned them when the Lions were the strongest they were probably in the Dan Campbell era, Bill Vinovich is going to be refereeing this one. It's Lamar's favorite referee. He's 10-1 against the spread with Bill Vinovich. And that's not even just like he's a favorite in every game. He's an underdog in about half of them and still came out the winner. Baltimore has a very physical style, and Bill Vinovich has a kind of let him play mentality. Additionally, coming into this game, just so happens Bill Vinovich is sitting at number 2 in penalties with 18 penalties per game. He's going to get word from the NFL like cut it out. So you're going to see some chippiness. You're going to see some physical play, not get flagged, regress back to that mean. He is who he is. This is going to be they're going to get everything right. All the Derrick Henry fantasy owners from last week are going to get your touchdowns tomorrow. You've been sitting on that Mark Andrews touchdown to redeem himself for his playoff performance where he fumbled it and then dropped it. You're going to come back. You're going to get your Mark Andrews touchdown tomorrow. And the Ravens are going to be laughing about it. And Roy and Joe are going to be just yucking it up about something.
Well, the real thing is the Colin Cowherds of the world are going to get up on their shows on Monday mornings and be like, Lamar Jackson against the NFC. They just don't see anything like Lamar Jackson. Blah, 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 blah. That's what we're going to hear. I think the game last week really made people think that the Lions are back. And I think Jared Goff is going to get absolutely throttled on Monday night. He's going to get it's going to be a party in the backfield for the Ravens against the Lions. So,
yeah. Piece of cake, Ravens.
Yep. Score?
I
think it's like a 30.
31-13, 38-13.
Yeah. I think it's like a 35.
38-14. 14, no field goals. No time for that. 38-14.
Wrong one. Whoops. 14.
What did I say? I said it was 28-27. No, let's go 21-20. That makes more sense. So that's 41 plus 3. All right, so 23 Chiefs, 21 G-Man.
I love that. I know respect for Chris
Boomer, right?
Boomer. Yep. The G-Man. Okay, let's go from the top. Here we go.
Fumbling. Wait, hold on. Let me write these down.
Write them down.
Everybody get out. You wrote these down before you did the show? Yeah, probably. But hey, we had to consolidate our information into one handy dandy.
Way better to click the button while we do it. It feels good. Okay. Everybody
Panthers.
from the top. Here come the next 15 games. Panthers plus 4.5. Browns plus 8.5. Texans plus half a point. The Vikings minus 2.5. The Patriots plus 1.5. The Eagles minus 3.5. The Bucks minus 6.5. The Colts minus 3.5. The Commanders minus 3.5. The Chargers minus 2.5. The Seahawks minus 7.5. The Cowboys plus half a point. The 49ers minus 1.5. The Giants plus 5.5. And the Ravens minus 5.5. 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 games with favorites that are higher than 4. And we took the Browns. I think that was the only one we didn't take that was a heavy favorite.
How many favorites and how many underdogs?
We took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 favorites, which means we
Good.
took
I like that. 9-6. Good move. I like that. That's a
9.
good place.
Yeah, I like that.
Good place.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to click the save button. Thus concludes the NFL Week 3 late night pick'em edition, vacation edition, ladies and gentlemen.
For our West Coast audience.
That's, hey, look, USC and Michigan State are still playing. So if football is going on, then that means we have full. We can go on. We can go on too.
Did we take the 49ers? We did, didn't we?
We did pick the 49ers 1.5.
All right. 82% of the money's on the Cardinals.
Oh,
81% on the Cowboys. So that Bears one. Ooh. Colts, Titans. I'm not changing that. Did we take Falcons or Panthers?
we took the Panthers.
Good. 86% on the Falcons. We're fading the public.
Look,
all right.
Teams don't go 0-16. They don't go 0-16. The Panthers will win a couple of games. They will. It's their first home game. So
get ready for old takes exposed in 4 months.
Yep, that's okay. Right? Yes, right. Teams don't go 0-17.
Bengals. What if the Bengals go undefeated and you can take me? The Bengals are going to lose eventually. Take it to the bank.
I would love nothing more than Bengals go undefeated and then be like, "Well, is Joe Burrow really the guy?" You know,
I'll be back by
then. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here are all the social media accounts. Go follow us. Go yell at us in the comments. We've seen quite a jump in the comments and the likes and all that stuff on all the social media. So we appreciate that. And
question.
Let's hear it.
On X, did someone else get the Millie Goats first?
Oh, no. I was like, wait a minute. Is that a trick question? No. I think that was the first social media we had, and then everything else after that was the Millie Goats for some reason. I'm not really sure why.
Okay. Hey.
I'm not really sure why.
If you're still with us at 12:42, you get the hard-hitting questions.
That's right. On brand, though, for the brand. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your football Sunday. And if you go